What made you want to get back into the Roman history, though? Just saw it and was like, oh, damn, I haven't brushed up on this in a while?
It was an interesting take because they actually act out the majority of this.
Oh, cool.
So they act out to tell the story, but then they cut in with like historians and stuff telling what's going on. Sometimes just over the action.
Nice.
Other times it cuts right to them, but it's more interesting that way because it's almost like watching a film.
Right. You ever?
So I was just like, oh.
You ever think the Library of Alexandria, which was burned? I know that's Greece, not Rome, but I always think about these two. Do you think it was just a giant library of porn? I don't think there was really any knowledge there. I think it was just all porn.
It was Alexander's favorite positions.
Yeah, exactly.
He's like, I'm a big fan of the downward dog and reverse cowgirl.
It was just a giant porn library, and all the women were like, we want to see what's in there. They're like, no, and they lit it on fire.
No, just set it on fire. They don't need to know how many people I've laid on the back of an elephant.
And that's when men started going, let's hide this shit in the woods. Women don't like the woods.
Hey, guys, I can't burn all the forest, okay? Just dunk it in. And tell the women there's wolves.
And that's why we're going to go on hunting trips with the boys.
With the boys, that's right. What happened? Oh, Ed got gored by a boar right in his ass. That's why he's walking that way. Sorry.
That's awesome. Yes.
But the whole thing about that is they think, honestly, if the library hadn't burned, we'd have more complete information on what even happened during Christ.
Probably.
And all that other stuff.
Maybe.
Because they said that had so much in it. It was stupid, apparently.
Are you telling me they put all their eggs in one basket?
Yeah, that's where we got that whole thing, the saying.
No, cool. It took them a while. That was one of the only things that
This is not factual.
This is one of the only things that was saved by the fire. It was that saying. They were like, well, we got one piece of information.
We got one piece of information in this one book, King James book.
Right. I bet one guy was really pumped. He was like, yes, my library finds are relieved.
You think anybody brought a book, put some fire to it, and be like, I managed to save one, and like come running from their house?
Yeah, it's one of his books.
Yeah, self-published.
Yeah.
It's an autobiography.
Get out of here, Gareth. Your book
Listen
sucks.
here, Jehob.
Job. Hell yeah.
We don't want to hear about your witness to new things.
Yeah. Why don't you go get swallowed by a fucking whale, you loser?
I saw a white whale over there. Moby Dick?
Yeah. Yeah. So I don't. Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah. I should look into more of the history stuff. I've fallen off that. I watched so much of that stuff growing up, and then I got away from the History Channel. Also, the History Channel does not do history stuff anymore.
Oh, what are you talking about, dude? They're picking through people's garages and stealing from them.
Yeah.
That's pretty historic.
Yeah, I mean that's carrying on the tradition for sure.
I love how they do that, and they're like, "Hey, what are you going to make a show about? White people theft. We're just going to go steal signs."
We're going to call it thrifting now, though.
Yes. We don't want a negative connotation with this.
Instead of imperialism, we're going to call it thrifting.
And when we turn around and sell it instead of capitalism, we'll call it smart investments.
Instead of hoarding, we're going to call it a collector.
Who gives a